Dear students, in this session, let me to start algebra of vectors. Is it possible to add two or more vectors? Yes, students, it is possible. Let us consider addition of vectors. Consider two vectors AB and BC. These are taking as small a vector and small b vector respectively. Then their sum, which is represented by the vector AC, that is also taken as small c vector. Therefore, sum of vectors A and B is denoted by vector A plus vector B, and it is called resultant of vector A and vector B. Now we can represent this addition of two vectors. C vector is equal to A vector plus B vector. Then we will study triangle of addition. Let us start with the statement of this law. If two vectors say A and B represent magnitude and direction of two sides of a triangle taken in same order, then their sum is represented by the third side of the triangle taken in reverse order. Dear students, now here observe the direction of the vectors. Here A vector and B vector are in the same direction. Means the direction of vectors A and B is anti-clockwise. But the direction of the resultant vector C, it is in the reverse order. Means the direction of vector C is clockwise. So this is the statement of triangle of addition. Students, now let me start the another law, that is parallelogram law of addition. To know this one, first we should know the statement, or else here first take that vectors diagram. Here vector A and vector B. So these two are the given vectors. So here the statement will be, if two vectors represent the magnitude and direction of two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then their sum is represented by the diagonal of the parallelogram, which is co-initial with the vector. See here the student, here the vectors, it is in here A vector and another vector, that is B, but the sum, it will be represented by the diagonal of the parallelogram, which is co-initial with this with these two vectors A and B. So this is here the parallelogram law of addition. This can be represented by C is equal to A plus B vector. So here we will get this one by using the triangle law of addition on the triangle ADC. So this is the triangle ADC. Here by using this triangle of addition, here we can represent the parallelogram law of addition like C is equal to A plus B vectors. Next, in this slide, here we will see the properties of vector addition. Let us consider two vectors A and B, then their resultant will be A plus B. And also once again we will take here B vector and A vector, then their resultant will be B plus A. Students, observe properly, here the resultant B plus A, which is exactly equal to the resultant A plus B. Therefore, we can say the first property, that is vector addition is commutative, that is A plus B is equal to B plus A. These are the vectors. Now we will go for the second property. Here consider two vectors A and B. Student, this is A and this is taken as your B vector, and also we will consider another vector C. Now we will take the resultant of vector A and B will be A plus B in addition with the vector C. Then the resultant will be taken as A plus B plus C. Once again we will consider A, B, C vectors are in the same direction, and the resultant of B and C vectors will be here B plus C in addition with the vectors. Here the resultant will be B plus C plus A. So students observe here the resultant A plus B plus C, which is exactly equal to B plus C plus A. So student, we will say the next property, that is vector addition is associative, that is the statement will be A plus B plus C, which is exactly equal to A plus B plus C. Now the third property, that is vector A plus 0 vector, it is also equal to vector A, and which can also be taken as it is equal to 0 vector plus vector A. For every vector A there exists an additive identity, that is 0 vector. The next property, that is vector A plus into the bracket of negative of A vector, which is always equal to 0 vector. We can also take it as negative vector of A plus A vector, which can also be equal to, that is 0 vector. Therefore, for every vector A, there exists an additive inverse, that is minus A vector. Means here if we take the vector A, then minus A vector will be the additive inverse of the vector, means given vector A. Then these are the properties of vector addition. Then we will go for the next slide. Here we will discuss position vector of a point. So to know the concept of position vector of a point, here we consider a point P of xyz in space and O of 0, 0, 0 be the origin. Now consider the space, means which has three axes x, y and z axis, and O be the origin which has the coordinates 0, 0, 0. Now here we will take I cap is the unit vector along x axis, j cap it is along here y axis, k cap which is along z axis. Now consider the point P in the space which has the coordinates x, y, z. Now we will define the position vector of a point P, which is also equal to the vector from fixed point O to point B. Point B, P. Then which can be denoted as OP vector, or else we can write it as here, that is small p vector. See here student, this is only the position vector of the point P. So students, here position vector of any point which is equal to vector which connects the origin to the point, origin to the point. Therefore, OP vector which is equal to small p vector, and the position vector will be written as xi plus yj plus zk, because here we are going to write the position vector of the point P by using the coordinates of the point P. By using the distance formula, here we can also find out the magnitude of the vector OP. It is nothing but the length of OP. So by using the distance formula, here we are using the points origin and the point. So we will get here that answer will be square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Now again consider 2 points in space, A of x1, y1, z1 and B of x2, y2, z2 and let O be the origin which has the coordinates 0, 0, 0. Now consider the space here. Here again x, y and z axis are there in the space. I is the unit vector along x axis, j is the unit vector along y axis, k is the unit vector along z axis. Now consider these 2 points in this space, and also we can join these 2 points here by using a line. Therefore, position vector of a point A, which can be taken as OA vector, and we can denote it as small a vector. So here we can write the position vector of the point by using the coordinates of A point. Therefore, here the position vector of the point A is x1i plus y1j plus z1k. Next, position vector of the point B will be OB vector, which can be denoted as small b vector. Then this will be written by using the coordinates of the point B. So this is here x2i plus y2j plus z2k. Then the magnitude of vector A, we can write it as the square root of x1 square plus y1 square plus z1 square, as we have seen from the previous slide. Here by using the distance formula, here we can write it as square root of x1 square plus y1 square plus z1 square. Similarly, we can write down the magnitude of the vector B will be square root of x2 square plus y2 square plus z2 square. Now the vector AB will be written as OB minus OA vector. Mean here we can write down the vector AB by using here that position vector of the terminal point minus position vector of the initial point. So here we can also be written as B minus A. Therefore, the vector B minus A can be taken by using these two. Here vector B will be x2i plus y2j plus z2k minus of the vector A will be x1i plus y1j plus z1k. Now here after the subtraction of these two vectors, we will be having x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j plus z2 minus z1k. So this is the vector AB. Now here we will solve some example on all these concepts. The question number 1, given 2 points in space, A is equal to 1, 3, 5, B is equal to 4, 5, 3. Here we will calculate or find vector AB, vector BA and magnitude of vector AB, magnitude of vector BA, and also we can take scalar multiplication of a vector, that is 3 into AB vector. Now go for the solution. Here first we have to find out position vector of the point A. This is by using the coordinates 1, 3, 5. Therefore, the position vector of the A can be written as small a vector, which is equal to I plus 3j plus 5k. Now, the position vector of the point B will be here by using the coordinates of B are 4, 5, 3. Then this can be taken as small b vector, and it is written as here 4i plus 5j plus 3k, because the coordinates of the point B are 4, 5, 3. Therefore, the AB vector will be vector B minus vector A. Therefore, on subtraction of these two vectors, here we will be having 4i plus 5j plus 3k minus into the bracket of I plus 3j plus 5k. On subtraction, here we will get 4i minus I will be 3i, 5j minus 3j, because we have to multiply minus sign to all the here signs here, so that it becomes minus I minus 3j minus 5k, so that here we will be having 4i minus I will be 3i plus 5i minus 3j will be plus 2j and plus 3k minus 5k will be, that is equal to what here, minus 2k. So this is the vector AB. Now here we will find out the magnitude of the vector AB. This will be square root of 3 square plus 2 plus 2 square plus minus 2 square. Then after the simplification, here we will get the square root of 9 plus 4 plus 4 means that is square root of 70. Then again we will find out the vector BA. Here this will be A minus B, because the position vector of the terminal point is what here, A, minus position vector of the initial point is B. Then it is equal to I plus 3j plus 5k minus into the bracket of 4i plus 5j plus 3k, because this is whole the vector A and this is whole the vector B. Therefore, on subtraction, here we will get here I minus 4j will be minus 3i plus 3j minus 5k will be minus 2j and plus 5k plus minus into plus means it becomes here, that is here minus 3k, therefore plus 5k minus 3k will be plus 2k. So this will be the vector BA. Now we will find out the magnitude of vector BA, that is equal to square root of minus 3 square plus minus 2 square plus 2 square. So this will be written as a square root of 9 plus 4 plus 4. Therefore that is equal to square root of 17. Now the last one, we will find out the scalar multiplication, means that 3 is a scalar or it is a constant. Here we have to multiply 3 to this vector AB. Therefore here we will consider 3 into the bracket of AB vector, that will be 3i plus 2j minus 2k. Now here we can multiply 3 to all these terms. Here 3 into 3 means that is 9i and 3 into 2 means plus 6j and 3 into minus 2k means it becomes minus 6k. So that 3 into AB vector, which is equal to 9i plus 6j minus 6k. Dear student, here we will consider another one question. Find the vector joining the points P of 2, 3, 0, Q of minus 1, minus 2, minus 4 directed from P to Q. So student, just we have to observe the direction here. Here the direction it is from the point P to Q. Therefore, here we have to find out the vector PQ. Let us go for the solution. Here we will consider 2 points P and Q. Already I have told the student, here the direction is from the point P to Q. Therefore PQ will be here OQ minus OP vector, because OQ is the position vector of the terminal point minus OP is here the position vector of the initial point. Here the position vector of the point Q, which can be taken as minus I minus 2j minus 4k, because the coordinates of the Q point are minus 1, minus 2 and minus 4. Next, the position vector of the point P will be OP, that is equal to 2i plus 3j, because here we will consider the coordinates of the point P. Here 2i plus 3j, and here 0 is here the third coordinate, so that we don't have any k coefficient, so that here we will be having only 2i plus 3j. Now the vector PQ will be taken as minus I minus 2j minus 4k, and after multiplying that minus sign to this OQ vector, we will be having minus 2i minus 3j. Therefore, after simplification, we will be having minus 3i, because here minus I minus 2i becomes minus 3i, and next here minus 5j, because minus 2j minus 3j will be here minus 5j, and we will be having minus 4k. Therefore, the vector PQ will be minus 3i minus 5j minus 4k. So, this is the solution of this given question. Here up to this we have studied the addition of vector. Now onward we will study about the subtraction of vector, and also we will discuss something about unit vectors. Therefore, the student, subtraction of vector, here we will get this concept by using the statement, if A and B are vector, then the subtraction B from A is defined as the vector sum of A and minus B. So, this can be written as A minus B is equal to A plus into the bracket of minus B. Let AB and BC represent the vectors A and B. Therefore, consider these two vectors here, AB and BC, as A vector and B vector. Now, consider another point D such that magnitude of BC should be equal to magnitude of BD vector, and BC and BD are in opposite direction. Therefore, students, consider this is the D point which is exactly in the opposite direction of BC, and this vector BD represents by using minus B vector, because it has the magnitude, it is same as of BC vector, and which is in the opposite direction. So, this will be taken as minus B vector. Now, by triangle of addition, here we will be having AB plus BD vector is equal to AD. So, that this can be taken as A minus B. And consider another point E, and vectors AE and EC are in the same direction, and their resultant will be, that is A minus B, means the vector AD which is exactly equal to the vector EB. So, this is the concept. One diagonal of the parallelogram is vector A minus vector B, and also we will consider the another diagonal. This is the vector A plus vector B. Therefore, the diagonals of parallelogram are A minus B vector and also A plus B vectors. Now, illustration number 1. Here we have to solve this illustration number 1. If magnitude of A plus B is equal to magnitude of A minus B, find the angle between A and B. Dear student, here consider two vectors A and B, means AB vector as a small a vector, AC vector as a small b vector. From a parallelogram with two adjacent sides representing A and B vectors. Now again consider here another one point D. Here we have taken the vectors CD and BD. Here A plus B and A minus B represent the diagonals of the parallelogram. As we have seen in the previous slide, here we got the values of diagonals of the parallelogram, that is A plus B vector and A minus B vectors. Diagonal of a rectangle or a square are equal. See here already they have given these two are equal, mean length of A plus B, which is exactly equal to length of A minus B equal. Therefore, if the diagonals of a rectangle or a square are always equal, therefore the parallelogram we have considered it is a square or a rectangle. Then the angle between A and B, it is equal to 90 degree, because the angle here between any two sides, here that adjacent sides, it is always 90 degree in rectangle or square. So the angle between A and B, which is equal to, that is 90 degree. Now the next one, unit vector. A unit vector is already we have discussed in the previous part. A unit vector is denoted by A cap, that magnitude of unit vector, it is always equal to 1. So a vector of unit magnitude in the direction of a vector A, it is taken as a unit vector A cap. Now we will consider a vector of magnitude 3 units. Here this is the vector of magnitude 3 units. So A cap, which is one part, another A cap, which is also another part, A cap, which is the third part. Therefore, here A cap is equal to vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. So this is here unit vector concept. So we will consider unit vectors along a coordinate axis in this space. The unit vectors along positive x-axis, positive y-axis and positive z-axis are denoted by small I, small j and small k. These are the three unit vectors along x, y and z axis respectively. If you consider a point x 0, 0 is a point on x axis, then that OA can be written as here x into I caps, means this is the portion vector of the point A. Any vector along x axis is a scalar multiple of unit vector I. Next, if you consider a point B of 0, y 0 is a point on a y axis, then OB is equal to yj. Here any vector along y axis is a scalar multiple of unit vector j. If you consider another point C of 0, 0, z is a point on a z axis, then the OC vector will be is equal to z into k cap. Therefore, any vector along z axis is scalar multiple of unit vector k. Now we will consider some examples. 3i. 3i means which is a vector along OX. OX means that OX is positive x axis, so that here 3i is positive. Therefore, here we have to consider the positive direction of x axis. So along that positive direction of x axis, we have to consider 3 units, because the magnitude of this vector is 3. Next example, minus 5j. Student, observe minus sign is here. Therefore, here we have to consider it is a vector along O y dash. O y dash means here which is negative direction of here y axis, therefore with magnitude 5. So that here we have to take this vector along negative direction of y axis with magnitude 5. So another example 9k, it is also a vector which is positive, therefore we have to take this vector along OZ with magnitude 9, with magnitude 9. Now we will solve some examples. Question number 1. Find the unit vector in the direction of the vector A is equal to I plus j plus 2k. So we will solve this one here by using the formula unit vector A is equal to vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. Therefore, we have to find out the magnitude of vector A first. Therefore, here the magnitude of vector A will be square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 2 square, because the coordinates of vector A are 1 and 2. Therefore, the magnitude of vector A will be equal to square root of 6. Now, the unit vector in the direction of the vector A can be taken as A cap is equal to A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. So, this is equal to I plus j plus 2k divided by square root of 6, because in the numerator part we have to take that vector A, and in the denominator we have to take the magnitude of vector A. So, this is the solution of the given problem. Now, the question number 2. Here students observe there are given vector A is equal to I minus j plus 2k, B vector is equal to minus I plus j minus k. Find the unit vector in the direction of A plus B. Therefore, the unit vector is always taken as here vector A divided, unit vector A is equal to vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. Therefore, vector A plus vector B is equal to I plus 0 into j plus k, because by adding these two vectors here 2 minus 1 means it becomes 1, therefore it is I only, minus I plus j means here minus 1 plus 1 means it becomes 0, so that here it is 0j. Next plus 2k minus 5k, so that here it becomes plus 1, so therefore it is plus 1k. Therefore, A plus B vector which is equal to I plus 0j plus 5k. Now we have to find out the magnitude of the vector A plus B. This will be square root of 1 square plus 0 plus 1 square, as we have seen by using the coordinates of, or here the coefficients of A plus B vector. Therefore, it is equal to square root of 2. Now here we will take the unit vector in the direction of A plus B as n cap. So it is equal to A plus B vectors divided by magnitude of vector A plus B. Therefore, which is equal to I plus 0j plus 5k divided by, that is square root of 2. So this is the unit vector in the direction of vector A plus vector B. Now we will consider the question number 3. Find the vector in the direction of 5i minus j plus 2k with which has magnitude 8 units. So the given vector can be taken as vector A is equal to 5i minus j plus 2k. So let us find out the magnitude of the vector A. So this will be equal to square root of 5 square minus 1 square plus 2 square. So this is equal to square root of 25 plus 1 plus 4. Therefore, it is equal to square root of 30. Now, here unit vector in the direction of the vector A, this can also be taken as n cap is equal to here vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. So that here we will be having, that is the vector A, this is here 5i minus j plus 2k divided by square root of 30. Also here we have to find out the vector which has magnitude 8 units. So that here we have to find out the required vector, that is 8 into n cap. So this is here we will be having 8 into the bracket of the vector n cap is 5i minus j plus 2k divided by square root of 30. So this is the answer, means the required unit vector in the direction of vector A. Now one more example. Find a vector in the direction of vector A is equal to I minus 2j that has magnitude 7 units. Once again the same type of example. Here we will consider the magnitude of vector A is equal to, that is the square root of 1 square plus 2 square. So this will be equal to square root of 5. Now the unit vector in the direction of vector A, that is n cap is equal to I minus 2j divided by square root of 5, because the numerator is vector A and the denominator is the magnitude of vector A. Then the required unit vector is 7 into n cap, because that vector should have the magnitude 7 units. Therefore, we have to take it as 7 into n cap. Therefore, 7 into the bracket of I minus 2j divided by square root of 5. So, this is the solution of this given question. Next, another one example. Find unit vector in the direction of PQ when P and Q are the points 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 respectively. Mean P has the coordinates where 1, 2, 3 and Q has the coordinates 4, 5, 6. Here, if A and B are any two points, then AB it is always equal to OB minus OA vector, mean portion vector of terminal point minus portion vector of initial point. Therefore, the students, here first we consider the portion vector of the point P will be OP vector, that is equal to I plus 2j plus 3k by using the coordinates of the vector A. So vector of the point P. Then the portion vector of the point Q will be OQ vector, that is 4i plus 5j plus 6k. Now the vector PQ will be equal to, that is OQ minus OP. Already we have taken the note here that portion vector of terminal point minus portion vector of initial point. Therefore, here we will consider PQ is equal to OQ vector is 4i plus 5j plus 6k minus into the bracket of I plus 2j plus 3k, means we will multiply minus sign to these terms, so that it will be having minus I minus 2j minus 3k. So after the simplification, here we will get that 3I plus 3j plus 3k, because 4 minus 1 that is 3 and plus 5j minus 2 means it is plus 3j plus 6k minus 3k means it becomes plus 3k. so that it is the vector PQ. Now we have to find out the magnitude of vector PQ. This will be equal to square root of 3 square plus 3 square plus 3 square, because the vector PQ has here 3i plus 3j plus 3k. Therefore it will be square root of 9 plus 9 plus 9. Therefore square root of 27. So it can also be taken as 3 into square root of 3, because that 27 can be taken as here 9 into 3. Here we will get the simplest form of this square root of 27 will be 3 into square root of 3. Now we will consider that PQ vector and also here the magnitude of PQ vector here. Now the unit vector in the direction of PQ can be taken as n cap, that is equal to vector PQ divided by magnitude of vector PQ. Therefore here we will be having 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by 3 into square root of 27. Now it can also be taken as 3i plus 3j plus 3k divided by that square root of 27 can be taken as 3 into square root of 3, and here we can take now here we will consider that I plus j plus k divided by square root of 3, because here we have taken here 3 common from the numerator and also 3 common from the denominator, and after cancellation these two, here we will be having I plus j plus k divided by square root of 3. So this is the unit vector in the direction of the vector PQ. So these are the solution of these given examples. So we'll here discuss some more things about the vectors in the next class. Thank you.